Let me ask you about some of the particulars that have been criticized by others. You cut Pell Grants by about $100 billion, and you are calling for expanding opportunity. Now, I'm just going to ask you simply, how does cutting Pell Grants for low-income kids
We keep the maximum award. This is all about growth. The president does the same. It's the big concern we have with Pell and other programs like it. We're worried that it's feeding tuition inflation. But we keep the maximum award where it is, so we don't cut back on that award.
But as you know, the Congressional Research Service said that the research is really inconclusive on whether it adds to tuition or not. But whether, let's just assume it does.
Look, Richard Vedder, who's a very good economist from Ohio University, has done some amazing work on this, which is, the point I'm saying is, why don't we try to get at the root cause of some of these problems? This is the concern I have with the status quo in Washington.
But don't you want more working class kids to go to college, and don't you need to give?
What do you think?
I think you do.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So the problem is, are we feeding tuition, or are we getting at the root cause of this tuition inflation?
Medicaid. Now, you think Medicaid is a flawed program. You want to block grant a lot of it to the states. But isn't that going to, we've seen the history, and a number of states are going to slash benefits, and that's going to affect the safety net for people who can ill afford it.
Maybe this is just a different philosophical point of view. We believe in federalism. We believe that not all the best ideas lie in a benevolent bureaucracy in Washington. The problem with Medicaid is a lot of providers don't want Medicaid coming in the door because they lose money. You need to reform this program instead of just growing and throwing more people on it. And so that's why we want to give states the ability to customize and tailor the program so that it works for their citizens. And I just think it's a little arrogant to sit here in Washington and say, you know what, Indiana and Wisconsin, all these other states, we know better than you do and how to help people in your state.
So you reject the Urban Institute study of
it was a similar studies.
No, it was a similar Paul Ryan proposal earlier, and they said that it would lower provider rates, lead states to lower provider rates by about 30%, and 14 million people would lose
well, that's
coverage.
If we repeal Obamacare and the expansions.
Right.
So, yeah, we do propose to repeal Obamacare in this, because Obamacare increased the eligibility of Medicaid by about 33%. And we just don't think that's the smart way to go to get the uninsured by throwing more people into a program that's already going bankrupt.